They opened the door and what did they see? Out falls a human body that's wrapped like a mummy, just staring into your soul, kind of wide open. I don't know which stage of decomposition is happening to that body, but Granny has been living, has been hoarding that dead body for who knows how long. Hello! Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Cadence and today we are back with another mukbang. Yay! Today we are having burger salad. If y'all can see. Yes. The link for the burger salad is in the description box down below, so hit that link up. Okay? And also this. It was made from the leftover, but I think it's really pretty. So what should we have first? Ham. And my drink. I don't know if y'all can see, but it's a bear. I think you guys can't see. Today, for drinks, we have butterfly pea ice and then some jelly at the bottom, and then sparkling water. I have a tiny one back here, so I'll take some ham. I'll put it on top. This recipe is actually really easy, but the lettuce I got was too small, so yeah. So Today I'll be talking about the Korean drama Voice, which is a very dark and somewhat gory Korean drama. Honestly, this is really one of my favorite drama because the way they made this whole drama was just, it left you hooked every single episode. So the genre for this drama is crime, thriller, and there's little to no romance at all. So I mean, for those who prefer romance drama, this might not be quite the thing for you, but to be honest, I think it's worth the watch.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service.
Why does this happen every week?
Although this drama is on the gory side, but I feel like it's actually not as gory as it seems because there's censorship. Compared to American movies and dramas, it's of course way less gory. But the way they talked about it, the way the plot progressed was just super intriguing. So firstly, for me, this plot pace is
On point.
it's actually one of the dramas where I didn't fast forward at all, because I actually have a habit of fast forwarding dramas, especially when they get to those boring parts of when they cover the technical terms. But honestly, for this drama, I didn't even fast forward, if I'm not wrong. Kept it at 1x speed. One thing I really like about this drama is the fact that they depicted the crimes to be very realistic, which is why I find that this is one of the reasons why many find it to be more gory, because of how it touches home. It feels like it could have just happened in your neighborhood. Honestly, this drama has been my top #1, anytime someone asks me like what drama to watch, I'm like, oh my god, you should watch Voice because it's so good. Okay, so quick plot. Okay, so firstly, the main thing about this drama is it talks about the main character, Kang Kwon-ju, who has exceptional hearing in that she can hear the smallest of things. Like, you know, some people tend to crack their jaw when they speak. But I mean, normal humans, I don't think we can hear. But for her, she's able to pick up those noises. And then afterwards, we have the male lead, Min Jin Hyuk. He's gonna be the guy who's like really cynical about everything. Initially, he doesn't believe that Kwon-ju has the special hearing power because, I mean, if someone were to come and tell me they have such powers, I think I'll be confused. I will definitely question them, but
I have no idea how I'm gonna do this, but
just gonna take the egg with a spoon. The main link between the female lead and the male lead is that their history dates back to 3 years ago. Okay, so how did their fate intertwine? Because Kwon-ju's father works as a police officer, and then on that night itself, he was dispatched by the police to check out what's going on because they received a call that there was an emergency. So he went to the site, and that was when he suffered the same fate as Jin Hyuk's wife, and both of them got killed that very night. On that night, Kwon-ju was also listening into the murder, and unfortunately, she had to hear her father get murdered over the phone. But because of her exceptional hearing power, she heard the voice of the killer really, really clearly. And from then on, she vowed that she'll get revenge for her father. But sadly, this whole drama actually really highlights what the rich can do. So at that time, the police claimed that they found the culprit, but I mean, it was really Kwon-ju was really certain that the person they captured was not the true murderer because she could remember the explicit different sound that the murderer made as compared to the person that got turned in. Kwon-ju at the time kept insisting that that person was not the murderer, and the police were like conflicted because they cannot just take everyone's words for it. They cannot just believe that Kwon-ju has a special hearing power. So, and then coupled with the fact that the media was like so heated about this topic, the police then told Kwon-ju to like keep quiet about it and just let that person take the rap. Which is very screwed up because you're letting the real murderer get away scot-free.
right. But I mean, it's the system, right?
Like the fact that you're letting the murderer wander free just because you don't want too much attention from the public on this case, and cause like what? It's too big. So fast forward 3 years later, Kwon-ju formed the team Golden Time. So what this unit is actually a special police division, completely fictional. So what their unit does is to solve crimes within the shortest period of time known as the Golden Time. Because like if you go missing, there's a certain time they have to find you before it gets even more difficult to do so. So what the Golden Time team does is to try to solve as many cases and to help as many people within the Golden Time to ensure that they are able to get out of their situation
completely safe?
Okay, maybe not safe, but alive?
You know, throughout the whole drama, you're gonna have Kwon-joo and Jin-hyuk working together to solve many cases, and they are all really cruel, disturbing, and some you just can't even believe that some people would even do that. Okay, so but their main goal ultimately is to try to find out who was the actual person who murdered their loved ones. So while investigating these serial killings, they really slowly pieced together evidence from everywhere before they ultimately find out that there has been a serial killer going around. They eventually called him the kettlebell killer. No, kettlebell, the kettlebell. Because that was his method of killing.
I have no idea how to eat this now. Gosh, it's just gonna be deconstructed already.
This is mainly what the drama is about. Not a lot of romance, is there? But there's a lot of brutality. Okay, now to talk about the most memorable scene, most memorable episode from the drama. Spoiler alert! My favorite episode / scene. Definitely, it's the granny hoarder.
Hoarder, you know, people who like to keep a lot of things at home. They are of no use to them.
And that scene was traumatizing. It opens up to this granny hoarding a lot of stuff. When I say a lot, it's like literally only a small area for her to sleep in. And her vibes are creepy. She has a very creepy vibe to her, okay? So then Golden Time gets dispatched because Granny and her tenants not communicating well. So the tenant got really pissed off. The tenant is intending to kill Granny with a knife, but he's not really determined to do so. It's just threatening. But anyways, the Golden Time team gets dispatched, and Jin-hyuk, the main lead, goes down to the scene. And after a long time, they finally entered the house and stuff. And that's when they managed to hold the tenant down and say get the knife out of him. So they rescued Granny.
But that's not it.
That's not the main plot. Tenant then tries to run around the whole house trying to find something valuable from the Granny's house because he himself has no money. And then he comes screaming out of the closet that there's an eye watching him. And that was the moment when I went oh shit. And I was like, oh no. At that moment I was watching it like that. Oh no. So he said there was an eye looking at him, and then he freaked out and then he ran out. And then Jin-hyuk was like, And then he opens the closet.
And move out for
It's a human body that's wrapped like a mummy. It's wrapped with plastic, cling wrap, the exact thing I just used to wrap my food. Okay, never mind, moving along. So a dead human body wrapped like a mummy just fell out. It was tightly wrapped with the cling wrap, with plastic, and then her eyes were still wide open, just staring into your soul, kind of wide open. And then there was still blood in the plastic. And then the scariest part was you could see that it was damp. So we're very sure that I don't know which stage of decomposition is happening to that body, but that granny has been hoarding that dead body for who knows how long. So then everyone gets freaked out. Naturally, I got freaked out too. So you thought that was the scariest part? No. If you take a closer look, the dead body has the same face as the granny standing right in front of everyone. And that was the moment I was like, oh no, this episode is gonna reveal some stuff. Granny gets taken to the police because of course, yep, you have a dead body at home. You're not getting away with it, even if you did not know where it came from. But Granny got taken to the police and then stuff went down. Granny gets questioned a lot and then she reveals why there's a dead body. Honestly, that part when they revealed, I was like, I was very sure that will not happen in real life. I don't think it's humanly possible. Hint, plastic surgery. Yeah. I don't think you can do plastic surgery to look exactly like someone, right? Anyways, if you thought the dead body was scary enough, no, it gets worse. Because Mr. Psychopath comes in right now. Wait, I gotta give him a name. He's not just Mr. Psychopath, he has a name. And I have difficulties pronouncing that name.
Wait for it.
Motegu. Ayah, never mind. Anyways, so yeah, Motegu is the psychopath, serial killer, and then he comes over and he bludgeons the out of the granny with his kettlebell, of course, because he's the kettlebell killer, right?
Gonna show why you are boss of the name, right? Yeah, so
He just goes like, and then she goes unconscious. The police came. So they entered the house. The first thing they realized was there was a pool of blood on the floor. So
Sus. Very sus.
they opened the door and... Is this suspenseful enough? They opened the door and what did they see?
They open the door and they see that the granny was drained of blood and she was pinned to the wall with nails. And what's worse, her face was carved with a Joker smile.
I was traumatized. And then she was just dangling off the wall. And then there was another scene where there was an eyeball just in a cup, a human eyeball. Okay? Hiya. And the villain was well executed, really. His backstory somehow really made you want to pity him, and like really you got to see like how he was shaped to become this way. And his father played a huge role in it. Okay? His father single-handedly encouraged his psychopathic tendencies. So his backstory actually comes in the fact that Motegu was actually diagnosed with a personality disorder. The doctor at that time advised for Motegu to be admitted into the hospital for early treatment because he was diagnosed at a relatively young age. But then at that time, his father refused to admit Motegu into the hospital because they never really revealed why, but If we could guess, I'm sure it's because the stigma and the fact that he's rich. He's gonna be socializing a lot. So his ego is more important than his son's health and future. And then besides not letting the son seek treatment at a young age, he also encouraged his son to think in the perspective of like,
Get rid of anyone that comes in your way.
he keeps inculcating such an idea into his son's head. And then if you thought that this was bad enough to like encourage his psychopathic tendencies, Motego witnessed his own father killing someone else right at the basement of their house. Is it not traumatizing enough? And then the father proceeds to be all like, oh no, we do not need to send him to the hospital for treatment. I'm just gonna pay people to keep quiet about the evil things he has done. Because that's exactly what he did. He just covered up his son's evil doings. It's like, it was hinted in the drama that Motego's father felt guilty for whatever situation he put his son in. That's why he then tried to compensate by helping his son cover up all his evil misdeeds. But is that even... I don't get it. That's what the father thought would be best? Which clearly wasn't, because he just screwed up his whole son's career, life, everything, instead of giving his son the treatment he needed.
It's like, really, are monsters created or monsters born?
At that moment, it was just like, I don't know. The way they showed the ending for him was just anticlimactic, because from Kwonju, all she said was Motego got killed by another patient in the hospital. But before that, they showed like him getting beaten up the same way he did to his victims. But what I personally felt was that it was not enough. He literally had zero remorse even when being captured or anything. It seems like he was let off too easily for the number of people he terrorized and killed. It was like he just tried to close his story as soon as possible. That was the part that made me kind of
Pissed off.
But really, it's a really good drama. It's kind of dark, but it's good. Done. So yes, that's all for today's mukbang, and that's all for the day. So what do y'all think about the drama? I think it's a really good drama and it deserves a watch. And out of 10, I would give it 8. This is only season 1, and there's like currently 3 seasons, and they are coming out with a 4th season, so I'm excited for it. And maybe I'll talk about season 2 and 3 soon. But if you guys have watched this drama before, what did y'all think about the drama? Which is your favorite scene? Or there's this question of, are monsters created or are monsters born? What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below, and I'll see you guys again soon. Bye! Bye! Bye 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 bye!